Call it Motown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The first of 3 on this Thanksgiving. Glad to have you along on this holiday. And we begin right here in the Motor City. Oh, and there's a big hit right away. He is knocked down hard on the opening kickoff. First and 10. Mahomes going to start this one with a throw. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up second and 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hands as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
First down throw, Mahomes. He'll get this underneath to Swift. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. Second and a yard. They send Ridley in motion. Into space at the 45. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. They'll run it for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. On first down, they give it right back to Swift. And he'll work his way down inside the 40. That's Jermaine Johnson there on the stop. They'll motion over Samuel. Mahomes now on second down. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. The big tight end, Cole Komet, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be third down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On third down, Mahomes.
Come on.
And that is incomplete. Calvin Ridley was the intended receiver. And that'll set up fourth down.
Like that.
Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. This will be from 56 yards away. Sanders' kick is good. The Lions will take a 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Gesicki, the man in motion. On the ground, this is James Cook. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Second down, it's Fields. Taken in by Gesicki. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Bears first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. James Cook, touchdown Bears. That touchdown gives him 18 on the season. Riker good with the extra point. And the Bears move out to a 7-3 lead. Riker out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. Oh, what an unforced error at an untimely moment. Just tied the game, but then the kickoff out of bounds, and the ball comes out to the 40-yard line. First and 10 for Mahomes. He'll swing this out to Swift. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And on 3rd down.
Oh, wow.
Let's give credit to that pass rush for making their presence felt, and although it didn't result in a sack,
Oh, wow.
disruption of the timing, that's just enough to force that incompletion.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll motion over Sammy. They're indeed going, and it's Mahomes. He's bound his receiver to 10. Oh, gutsy call, but they pay off. It's a gain of 17. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Right back to the air from Mahomes. This throw, right side, taken in by Ridley.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Throwing it again, it's Mahomes. He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice fields, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Mahomes now to throw again. Going right back to Samuel. He's got it again. He is in. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown Lions. Jason Sanders on for the point after. The kick is good. And the Lions are on top. It's now 10-7. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fields. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. That is intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Rodney Thomas. And the Bears are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42. At their own 42-yard line. First down, Fields. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Here's a handoff to Cook, running left, and he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
3rd and long. So we are through one on this Thanksgiving Day. It's the Lions who have the early lead. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Now, Fields. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down by living in these third and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. Fields to throw for it. Got it with Smith in Jigba. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big play there on fourth down. Good for an even 20. They run out of the gun. It's Cook. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
He'll find his running back, Cook. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win. That's exactly what he did here. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, but he really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him. He really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
Here's third down and a few inches. The defense all over that. Met him in the backfield, stopped in his tracks, and it sets up fourth down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up fourth down.
Field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. Tight end on the move left. Fourth down. Fields. That's taken in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. Takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Here we go on the return from the 1. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. They'll come up here, first and 10. On the RPO, a pass taken by Ridley. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. He'll come up now for second down and 4. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He'll get this underneath to Swift. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for a Lions first down. Slot man in motion left. He's trying to get around the corner, but can't. Going to be run down behind the line. A completion, yes. A loss of yardage, yes as well. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Mahomes looking to throw on second down.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
He'll get this into the hands of Ridley, complete. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Two minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Give up the middle with Swift. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and
play fake. Now it's Mahomes.
Man.
So they're on second down.
Hold on.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand. So it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
They'll motion over Samuel. Mahomes going to throw here on third down. Samuel has it, working in the middle.
Ooh, that should have been quick.
And he
Thanks for that one.
scored. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, Detroit. That is second touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Lions move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throwing is Fields. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
Here's a second and 9. Fields to throw. He completes this one to Mallory. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
That one on target to Moore. to play in this first half. Fields now to throw on first down. That one intercepted, and now he loses the football.
Oh my.
So you know they avoided the turnover. This is still a play that they're going to coach hard off. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball, from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
A huge play just before the half. 31 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to fit.
And he'll take it on in. Rondale Moore. Touchdown, Bears. Riker now to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bears move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He's found his receiver, Boutte. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. First down throw, Mahomes. He'll swing this out to Swift. A gain there of 11. First down, Detroit.
Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this running back involved in the passing game here in the first half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similar.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
2nd and 7. Right back to the air from Mahomes. And is caught by the man wearing 0, Calvin Ridley. And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. On 3rd down, Mahomes. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago. Dan Campbell will opt to bring out the field goal unit. Spotted at the 35, this a 45-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So we are at halftime in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, we're Jonathan Coachman as our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators. Trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter three begins. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Smith and Jigba, the man in motion. They'll come up here on second down and 5. They'll put a receiver in motion right. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he's going to take this all the way to the Bears' 32-yard line. It is a big run by Cook. 32 yards.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
He'll get it inside the 20. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Chicago.
A running back that can be used in the passing game is a handful for these defenses. And you can tell this offense, they're not shy getting this guy the ball. And I think the rest of this game, they're going to continue to see, hey, defense, do you have an answer for this guy?
Right side, catch made by Dobbs. The Bears are going to be set up. First and goal coming up. They'll mark them down to the 6-yard line.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Here's another shot from the 6 at second and goal. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Here's a handoff to Cook. And he's in! James Cook, touchdown Chicago. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Riker out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds on a very solid return. On first down, it's Mahomes. Downfield and hauled in by Sanders. He had 2 touchdowns earlier. Looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a first down. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. That complete to Swift. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Mahomes now on second down. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Mahomes now to throw again. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. Looking middle, and he's got Ridley. And the Lions are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. They'll run with Swift. And he will take this one across into the end zone. DeAndre Swift, touchdown Lions. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
And even though it's just the third quarter, we'll try to draw even right here and go for 2. Patrick to throw. And he finds his way into the end zone again. Good stretch, finding the goal line, the touchdown, and the 2-point conversion. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchdown. Moore going in motion. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Now a second down throw for Fields.
Wow.
One into the hands of Moore downfield. And he will score. Rondale Moore. Touchdown Bears. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field. And after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Reichert out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he'll be out of bounds just past the 25. start on the ground with Swift. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. There's Leofow. They're on the stop. They face second down and 7. Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Mahomes now out of the gun here on third down. He'll get this into the hands of Ridley, complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. You can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Mahomes on first down. Right side, hauled in by Samuel. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait until later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike. Touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points.
Here's 2nd and 6. Another run here, another run by Swift. And he's going to pick up the first down. He'll get down to the 15-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up the first down.
On the RPO, a pass taken by Ridley. They'll get him up 4 here as he is taken down. We're on to the 4th on Thanksgiving Day. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Big play coming up. This is third down. This one is caught, and it's the tight end screen. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
From back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Mahomes. He's got it at the 3. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. Gains nothing. 2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Swift. Powering forward. He's in. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Detroit. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. All even. 4th quarter, everything we wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Smith and Jigba, the man in motion. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. He'll find his running back, Cook.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time. Play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. Smith and Jigba, the man in motion. Fields from the gun on 3rd down. Taking off, he'll try to get
Come on, baby.
The defense decides to cover the blitz here on 3rd down, and it's a little feast or famine. You're counting on getting home and getting to the quarterback. Give credit to the offensive line. Not only do they protect, they buy enough time for the quarterback to escape the pocket, turns himself into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
They send the tight end in motion. A carry for Cook. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Back to throw is Fields. That one complete for Moore. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down.
Biggest bum in the world.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
Bum.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Now, 2nd and 4. A run with Cook. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move James. 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst, they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
I think it's clear, Mike. I think they have their sights set on winning this game in regulation. I don't think overtime is even in the picture. They're trying to be aggressive, continue to move this ball down. Can they find a way to pull this game off here late in the fourth quarter?
A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up first and goal.
You want to be a star in the NFL, Mike? These are the high-pressure moments that you can't shy away from. The greats, they embrace it. Tie ball game, fourth quarter. The game is on the line. Everyone in the stadium knows where that ball is going, and I can't blame them.
Now, first and goal. Here's Hook. He's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8-yard line. The Lions call their first time out.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
This kick is good.
That's
And
before
that
the
very
half cost
likely
me the
will
game.
be a game winner.
And that's just got to be a great feeling over on that sideline, Mike. I mean, an excellent job by this offense to give yourself a chance to win it. And then this kick. I mean, what's left to be said? It was never in doubt, and it's going to lead this team to a victory.
Here's first down. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. One last shot now for Mahomes. That's a short throw caught by Komet. And he's going to be out of bounds, and that's going to do it. Their late comeback bid comes up short as time has expired in this game. So this one, a win for the visiting Bears. And they will get a little extra time to enjoy it on this holiday weekend as they get the job done here on